What's going on, everybody? It's Brian Trippe. I am here at the law offices of Jeff W. Parmer.
Yeah, don't forget the W.
I know, I forgot it last time. You doing good today, Jeff?
I'm well. I hope you are.
I'm doing well. We just had a closing, so
yes,
always a good day when we have
day.
a closing. So we've been making some short videos for you guys to try to give you some legal advice that I've learned is opinion. Because there's a lot of gray areas when it comes to real estate law, but it's the opinion of someone who's been doing this for how long have you been doing this, Jeff? Just curious.
About 20 years. Well over
20 years
yeah.
doing closings for real
Right.
estate. Okay. So we're going to ask Jeff some specific questions. This week's topic is going to be, I really want to understand, Jeff, what happens in the time period, because I know a lot of you guys out there are wholesaling, and so I kind of want to talk about wholesaling a lot doing these videos. Say the wholesaler sends you contracts. Maybe it's a double closing. We've already talked about that in these videos. Maybe it's a double closing, maybe it's an assignment, but you need all these contracts.
Right.
You need everything to get. What happens in the time period from when I send you everything that you need to the time we actually come to the closing table?
Well, there's a lot that happens, and I'll try to make it brief. But basically, we take the contracts as they come in. We first order a title commitment to search title and see what the status of title is, see who the owners are. We order any assessment letters that are needed.
What does that mean? What's an assessment
When
letter?
a property is located in a municipality, and you know there are about 40 municipalities in Jefferson County, each municipality has the power to place a lien against a property for things like having to mow the grass if the owner did not paying garbage fees, that sort of thing. So we have to check with each municipality, in which the property is located to make sure that there's not any assessments, which requires sending a request for a letter and they're sending a response back to us. If it's not in the city, there are fire dues that have to be paid, so we have to check to see if those have been paid. We also have to check with the sewer office to see if there are any sewer liens. All of this is being done so that clear title can be passed from the current owner to the new buyer without any fear of any claims against the property for any unpaid expenses. So that's basically in a nutshell what we're doing in that period of time.
So it sounds to me like, because this is kind of really a separate question. We think as wholesalers that these things should be like closed immediately. It's a cash transaction. We're not waiting on loans. But those things, when you're sitting here talking about getting assessment letters, you're checking for all these things, it sounds like it could take a little bit of time.
It can. Typically, the thing that holds us up more than anything is getting in the letters from the sewer office. This is certainly in no way offense to the sewer office. They have a big job and a lot of properties to check for, but it normally takes about 10 days to get the sewer letter in from the time that we request it. So we are waiting for those letters to come in that period of time.
But you can expedite that process, can you not?
You can expedite the sewer letter for a fee of $80. Sometimes if the parties want to do that, we do that. A lot of the time, the parties just say, well, let's just wait a few days till it comes in and we're good to go. So anyway.
So if say I'm the wholesaler and I want this thing to close really, really fast,
Yes.
maybe in 2 or 3 or 4 days,
Yes.
is that something that's possible if I want to eat that $80?
It's possible in a couple of ways. First, you go the route of eating the $80. Second of all, if your seller is willing, we can escrow money from the seller to cover any potential sewer liens that may be out there that we haven't got the letters back on yet to see. And then once the letters come back, we can either pay the sewer liens or we can and release the balance back, or just release the entire balance back to the seller.
Awesome. Hope you guys learned something on this video. Thank you so much for joining us, Jeff. And thank you guys for tuning in. Tune back in next week for another great video from Jeff Parmer.